You get up from the couch. Before your feet even touch the floor, your dog is already standing. You walk to the kitchen. Your dog is right behind you. You step into the bathroom and close the door. But there it is. A nose pushing through the crack. Every room, every step, every single time. Most people smile and say, "My dog just loves me." And sure, that is part of it. But the real reasons your dog follows you everywhere go much deeper than love. Some are thousands of years old. Some are hidden inside your dog's brain. And one of them might be a warning sign you should never ignore. Why this matters. There are around 90 million pet dogs living in homes across the United States right now. Almost every one of them follows their owner around the house at some point during the day. Most people think it is cute. Some find it annoying. But almost nobody stops to ask why. That is a mistake. Because when your dog follows you, it is not just a habit, it is a message. Your dog is telling you something about how it feels, what it needs, and sometimes, what is going wrong inside its body. If your dog is talking to you every time it follows you from room to room, you owe it to your best friend to understand what it is really saying. The beginning to understand this behavior, you have to go way back in time. At least 15,000 years ago, and possibly 40,000 years ago, dogs did not exist. There were only wolves. But some of those wolves were a little less afraid of people than the others. These braver wolves started hanging around human camps, eating leftover food scraps. Humans noticed that having wolves nearby helped keep dangerous animals away. So they let the friendly ones stay. Over time, those friendly wolves had puppies. And those puppies were even friendlier. Generation after generation, these animals slowly changed. They became smaller. Their ears flopped. Their tails wagged. They became dogs. The one trait that helped them survive more than anything was staying close to humans. The wolves that followed people got more food, more safety, and lived longer. So, follow the human became hardwired into their brains. Your dog carries that same ancient code today. It does not follow you to the kitchen because it made a choice this morning. It follows you because 15,000 years of survival are telling its brain that staying near you is the safest thing it can do. The main story now here is where things get truly surprising. In 2015, a scientist named Miho Nagasawa and her team in Japan ran a study that changed everything we knew about the bond between dogs and humans. They found that when a dog looks into its owner's eyes, something powerful happens inside both of their brains. Both the dog and the human start releasing a chemical called oxytocin. If you do not know that word, here is what it means. Oxytocin is a chemical your brain makes when you feel deep love and trust. It is the same exact chemical that flows between a mother and her newborn baby when they look at each other for the very first time. This is not a loose comparison. It is the same system, the same chemical, the same part of the brain lighting up. Your dog looks at you and its brain says, "This is my person." Your brain looks back and says, "This is my family." And it creates a loop. The dog gazes at you, you feel warmth. You pet the dog bonds even deeper. And the cycle keeps repeating. Now here is what shocked scientists. They tested wolves raised by humans from birth with love and care every single day. Those wolves did not trigger this response at all. Only dogs can do this. Somewhere across thousands of years, dogs evolved a skill no other animal on Earth has. They learned how to activate the human bonding system itself. But there is another layer. In 2013, researchers gave dogs a puzzle with food inside. When the owner sat in the room, the dog worked harder and tried longer. When the owner left, the dog gave up quickly. And when a stranger sat in the exact same chair, it made no difference at all. Only the owner gave the dog enough confidence to keep going. Scientists call this the secure base effect. It is the same thing seen in human toddlers. A child plays bravely at the park when their mother is watching. The moment she walks away, the child stops and cries. Your dog does the same thing. It follows you not just because it wants to be near you. It follows you because you are the only thing in this world that makes it feel brave. The turning point there is also a much simpler side to this. Dogs are smart when it comes to learning patterns. Every time your dog follows you to the kitchen and you drop a piece of food, it remembers. Every time it trails you to the couch and gets a belly rub, it learns. Even a quick glance or a smile counts as a reward. Without knowing it, you have been training your dog to follow you its entire life. Every small reward teaches it that staying close to you means good things happen. Certain breeds are also wired for this. Vizslas are called the ultimate Velcro dog because they almost never leave their owner's side. Labrador retrievers, border collies, German shepherds, and French bulldogs were bred over centuries to work right beside humans. For them, following is not a learned habit. It is written into their blood. The biggest reveal now here is the part you truly need to hear. Most of the time, following is perfectly normal. But sometimes it is a red flag. There is a real difference between a Velcro dog and a dog with separation anxiety. A Velcro dog follows you happily and relaxes when you leave the house. A dog with separation anxiety cannot relax. It panics, paces, whines, destroys furniture, and sometimes refuses to eat until you walk back through the door. That is not love. That is fear. And it affects 14 to 20% of all dogs. For older dogs, there is another concern. If a senior dog that was always independent suddenly starts shadowing you everywhere, it could be an early sign of canine cognitive dysfunction, a condition similar to Alzheimer's disease in humans. It affects 28% of dogs aged 11 to 12 and up to 68% of dogs over 15. Sudden clinginess can also mean pain, hearing loss, or fading eyesight. If your dog's behavior changes without reason, a vet visit is not optional. It is urgent. The final lesson. So the next time your dog stands up and follows you across the room, understand what is truly happening. 15,000 years of survival instinct are guiding its paws. A chemical bond identical to a parent and child is pulling it closer. Habits you built together are keeping it near. And sometimes a quiet cry for help is hiding underneath all of it. Your dog is not just following you, it is trusting you with its entire world. The closing. If this video helped you see your dog differently, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Dog Sense Decoded so you never miss a video that brings you closer to your best friend. Now look down at your dog. It has been watching you this whole time.